Never Fly Solo is a book about building trusting partnerships and leading with courage when the missiles of adversity and change are being shot at us. It's about pushing up the throttle on your life to maximum power, to taking action and committing yourself to excellence. Because guess what? If you're not willing to push it up every single day and be committed 110%, then your wingmen in your life aren't going to be willing to push it up with you. This is the flight line where I spent 11 years flying F-16s just like this. And this is where I work with my wingmen. Together we fly, fight, and win in the Air Force. Together we fly, fight, and win in business and life. 65 times I strapped into the cockpit of this F-16 to fly in combat, but I was never flying solo. I always had my wingmen, those men and women both in the air and in support units on the ground who helped me not only to survive, but to win. In Never Fly Solo, I'm going to share with you some tactics and techniques on how you can be a wingman in your personal and professional lives, to build trusting partnerships with your vendors, your suppliers, your coworkers, and also to build trust with the men and women who you hang out with on the weekends. And we need to be with men and women who lift us up, who hold us accountable, who challenge us, who help us be the best we can. And then we also need to jettison the drag in our lives, those relationships and negative habits and patterns that drag us down. In the book, Never Fly Solo, I share a lot of stories about my actual combat missions, about the fear and adversity I faced, dealing with claustrophobia, dodging surface-to-air missiles, and working with my wingmen to win. I learned a valuable lesson about being a wingman on a mission I flew right here at Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. I strapped into my jet, cranked up the engines, and noticed that the fuel was short at 500 pounds. Now, there were 500 reasons why that jet wasn't fully fueled, but I blamed the crew chief, and I wasn't very respectful. I wasn't being a wingman, I was being a wing nut. And I flew that mission and came back to the jet, and I was met at the jet by my commander. And he took me aside and he said, "Waldo, do you know how long that crew chief worked on your jet so you can fly that mission? Do you know the sacrifices he went through to fix it?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "No, you don't. I want you to pick up your ugliest, dirtiest flight suit and meet the crew chiefs and walk the flight line with them and see what they go through to fix your jet so that you can fly." And I spent the longest day of my Air Force career on that flight line in the heat of the summer. And I appreciated and learned about the things they went through, the sacrifices they made to fix my jet. You see, as a wingman, we're expected to check each other's six, to appreciate each other. And if you don't check your wingman 6 o'clock, guess what? They're gonna check out. If you want to be inspired to take action and be a wingman in your life, go to neverflysolo.com and order a book. Order a book for yourself and order a book for the wingman in your life who you want to fly in formation with. I want you to know that 100% of my profits for the pre-release purchases that you make are going to our veterans, the men and women who sacrifice their wings and who give their wings every day for freedom and for our great country. George Patton says, "We're always on parade." Everything you say, everything you do in your personal and professional lives counts. And I want you to go to full power. Never Fly Solo is a leadership book that you can take with you to work and take with you at home in the relationships that you have. It's about being a wingman. It's about trust. And I look forward to flying this mission with you. Push it up.